They're interested in saving time, saving money, more accurate reporting to the IRS, and those are all things we need.
Okay.
And
have you been having trouble kind of with
well,
your current system, like causing it to, you spend more time on it, you spending too much money, or?
Yeah, we spend a little bit too much time. We have a lot of employees. We have 40 realtors and a staff of
20
right? other.
Yep.
Yeah. Realtors are paid a commission, but still we have to generate all of that information out of our offices here.
Yeah.
The staff people are usually hourly or salary.
Now, from what we kind of talked on the phone, I know that you had recently laid off 3 of your employees. Kind of talk to me about that. How's that kind of affecting you as the CFO?
Yeah, that's tough. It's always hard to lay off people, and I think it has to do with a lot of our internal infrastructure here, not as accurate as we could be in reporting and taking care of payroll and human resources at the same time. So we have a balancing act, a constant balancing act of taking care of hiring the right people, training them, bringing them in, and making sure that they're contributing to the overall company. And, you know, I can see that a company like yours could play a role in doing that.
Absolutely.
So we want more than just cutting payroll every week. We want HR. We want to make sure that we have documents that are filed correctly to the IRS, 401k, compliance, all the things that we have that are necessary to keep our business running.
So kind of the full system.
Full system.
Okay.
Yeah. We want it to be turnkey. We don't want to have any roadblocks. In other words, we don't want to
completely understand.
We don't want to have mistakes. Mistakes are bound to happen. But we've been in business for several years now, and we've never had, being the CFO of the company, I have a financial background, a degree from Ball State University, so my background is heavily finance, and I can't make mistakes. If mistakes are being made, it's going to fall right on my shoulders. So
my background is economics, so I understand the numbers. You've mentioned a few times that you've wanted to avoid kind of mistakes and problems filing. Have you had problems filing in the past? Have you had mistakes with your current system?
Last year we had a big issue with the IRS, with filing of documents that were unsubstantiated, particularly for hiring new people. That's why as quick as we hired some of these people, we had to let them go because they didn't pass the I-9 form, wasn't filed correctly. And then a few other things that were underreported. So I know those are kind of the administrative issues and not so much technical issues. However, it concerns me that we have any fines at all, and fines mean money out of our pockets. So
it's just kind of wasted money. You
shouldn't
have had to spend that money in the first place.
Yep, exactly. So,
how much were the fines? You mind me asking?
$5,000.
$5,000
per employee.
So 15 in total.
Yeah, 15 in total. Not a good thing. Very, you know, looking at my position in the company, you know, I felt that I almost lost my job over that. I don't want to have that stress. So,
what do you think the reason for kind of the misfiling was? Is it kind of the system that you're working with now? I mean, what system are you working with?
Well, we're working with kind of a clunky system. It is supposed to be iCloud component and deliverable, but it's oftentimes slow. It doesn't have all the bells and whistles I would expect a system to have. It has to be manually inputted every time. We have to manually calculate FICA and you know, health plan, you know, the health plan part of it, the dental part of it, you know. So anything that all 20 staff employees that get paid full benefits, we have to account individually for their deductions.
It sounds like it would take a lot of time to do all that.
It does take a lot of time. Our person that does it, the payroll right now, she's excellent, but she spends about 2 hours a week. And I have her doing other things, filing and a little bit of other accounting. So she could be doing other things and not so focused on doing payroll. And again, that's the administrative side of it. That's the kind of the, you know, basic stuff, but we want to get beyond the basic and we want to grow the company where we can do active recruiting. We can hire and train people and bring them in, particularly salespeople. The more salespeople we have, the better we can have revenue generating. We're more of a broker than we are an agent. We're kind of an agent broker, I guess, but more of a broker, which means that we hire a lot of independent salespeople or realtors, and we pay them a commission, but again,
yeah,
we
you're
have
40 right now.
Yeah, I know. We have to account for their income. You know, whatever commission we pay out, we have to account for it.
So kind of what I'm seeing, and this is something I see a lot of times with people in your kind of situation, this is something that should be taken care of. You shouldn't have to be worrying about this on a day-to-day basis. The system should be...
It should be an easy thing.
It should be something that you go to once a week, just at the end of the week, make sure it's all set in stone, spend 30 minutes maybe, and have it be not even a stressor, not worrying about it. You shouldn't be talking to somebody like me.
Well, hopefully, yes.
Hopefully I can be the one who can help you.
Right.
But with kind of your clunky, almost out-of-date system that you don't have the bells and whistles, what if I could provide you a product to ADP that has the bells and whistles that you're looking for, that can provide you that full system, that can take care of all of these problems that you're having with filing, avoid those $15,000 in fines, and hopefully be able to help you hire more people instead of lay off people.
That sounds wonderful, you know.
Perfect. So I do have here a demo of kind of our standard product that I think would be perfect for you.
Okay.
So if you can kind of walk through the demo.
Okay. Oh, all right, cool.
And it is a mobile app that is free for you to have. So after this meeting, if you wanted to take this to possibly your CEO and show them what it might look like, you have this ability.
So show me how this works. You click on payroll?
Yeah, so you can click on payroll.
Okay.
Let me come in over here a little bit.
Okay.
So you can kind of walk through everything, so you can look at, was my weekly, go to regular, see if everything's direct deposit, when would it be paid.
We have everything electronic now, so we definitely would want to keep with the electronic part. Okay.
Well, yeah, no point in going back to the old pen and paper.
Yep.
Here. Sorry, real quick. So you can kind of go through each and every person. This is just kind of a demo, right?
Sure.
See how much how many hours a week they're working, how much you're spending per week on Matthew here. How many hours they're working. You can kind of go in and see each individual, and you can input their hourly rate, salary, if they're working salary or hourly, and go in and get all of this nitty-gritty stuff out of the way.
Okay.
And once you input this once, it'll be there and it'll be saved, so you won't have to implement it again.
Okay, so like for instance here for Charles, the salary amount per month is, well, because it's a commission type.
These are all kind of demos right now. But if you were to go in with your employees, you say that your associate is spending 2 hours a week implementing everything manually. That first week she would implement everything manually, and after that, those 2 hours would be gone.
Okay.
She would be able to take that time and devote it to other things.
Show me how you run payroll for this. So you add up and calculate all the information for an employee, then eventually you have to run. We have a payroll right now of about 10 grand a month. So $10,000 a month is what I have to account for. And it could be doubled with, like I said, with 20 employees, we could double that by 2019.
Oh, that's amazing. So if you were to calculate everything for this employee, this is kind of what it would look like for you. It's kind of the gross pay, how much the taxes
this is
would be.
What we'd be requiring.
Yep.
9,000, 10,000 roughly to be approving payroll every month. Well, that's what we have to have in the bank. All right, so show me how that works from there. So I'm approving it.
You would approve it. You'd hit this button right here and you hit approve. Make sure that you approve everything. Everything's in the right order. You approve it.
And it tells you how much required.
Cash is required.
Okay.
And that's how it works.
All right.
And you can go into your various employees. You can run your reports, like your tax reports and everything else. You can look at your previous documents that you've had. That way, it's always on file. You can go into kind of your what we have HR checkup, dictionary. Make sure that you understand everything, kind of the lingo.
What are all those? That's just for hiring and or what?
Which one?
The HR checkup.
Yeah, so you can kind of go in and look up hiring, see background checks, everything here. All the bells and whistles that you don't have right now.
Okay, which I do need.
Absolutely.
All right, very good.
Yeah. So right now, this will all run at around $250 a month.
Okay, let me write this down.
So a total of a little over $3,000 a year.
Okay, so $250 a month.
Mm-hmm.
$3,000 a year. Okay. Seems like a lot of money, but all right.
I understand that, and it's okay to feel that way. But think of it this way: you spend $3,000 this month, get rid of your old clunky system. This way, you're able to prevent those filing mishaps, prevent those $15,000 in fines, and then you can take that money that you need to have, that you can pay payroll, and then you can invest in your business. And you can actually go in, instead of laying off 3 workers, you might be able to hire more workers next year or this year.
Yeah, well, we're going to grow by hiring more workers.
Good, and this is a definite way that you can do it. And while you're growing, ADP can grow with you. So the more that you grow, the more we're able to help out, and the more things that we can provide for you.
Well, this sounds great.
Do you have any questions or concerns?
Well,
about
again,
anything?
I'm always concerned about the price.
I understand that.
So I don't want to make a decision without my colleague being with me.
Which colleague?
Well, I have 2 principal colleagues. One is the CEO, and the other one is silent partner.
Okay. And what do you think they might need to see to move forward?
Well, they're going to want to see a demo, and they're going to want to see maybe perhaps a trial run of it.
Okay.
I don't know if you offer either of that, but
We do. I'd very much like to kind of meet them, kind of walk them through the demo that I showed you.
It would be good. I think they would feel a lot more comfortable. I can't commit today. Again, when housing sales are sluggish, which they're not right now, it's a good seller's market.
Well, the market's finally been picking back up after
And you know, we cut expenses typically when it's sluggish. However, right now we're picking back up, so you know.
And this is an expense. $3,000 is an expense, but you can look almost as, especially after what's happened this past year with the $15,000 in fines.
Right.
You can almost look at this as an investment to prevent those measures, to prevent those type of things, and also to have those 2 hours that you spend every week back that you can be investing into your business, doing other things that can help grow your company. Especially right now, while you're having an upturn in the market, this is the perfect opportunity for you.
So tell me more about the trial.
So that we do offer a 30-day kind of 1-month free trial.
Okay.
At the end of that month, it would kind of pick up just kind of like your standard free trial. Almost most of the time, I don't have a specific number. We do see our people who take a free trial continue with the product, because once they've implemented everything into their systems, once they've changed all of their numbers over to our system, they end up loving it. I haven't had a client who's had a free trial who has backed out of it after the 1 month, and I would absolutely love to show that to you and have that be something that you can see as well. Is that something that you might be interested in?
Sounds great. Just like I said, I have to tell my other colleagues I would never do anything without them knowing.
Absolutely. When would it be a good time for you to meet with them, and then possibly me to meet with them as well?
Yeah, Fridays are always good.
Okay.
So if we can meet on Friday, that would be great.
What time on Friday?
Usually in the mornings before things get crazy.
Okay, so kind of same time as today, almost 10:30.
Same time as today, yeah.
Okay.
And we could meet and possibly go over some of the details. Is there anything you can leave me or?
So I would have you, I'll send you a link. I'll actually email you the link to download that app on your phone.
Okay.
That way you can show them the demo that I just ran with you.
Okay.
As well as I'll send you over kind of a specific pricing measures. That way you can understand, being the CFO, what exactly this will be costing you.
All right.
Anything else that you need?
I think we're good.
All right.
I appreciate your time, and do you have a card?
I do not have a card.
Okay. If I did have a card.
I will make sure to email you my contact list.
Okay, I appreciate that. All right, well, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
All right, talk to you soon. Yep.